Right, we've got a new box of goodies from Resin Mould box, and this is the Secret Garden and Awakening box. You can order their boxes separately, of course, but this one was sent to me as part of the subscription, which makes it one massively crazy bargain. And there goes the cat. You may have heard a jingle. Right, now, the problem I've got is that I've lost the leaflet they always send. So this is going to be a magical mystery tour. That, I think, is a little chicken pot. Very cute. It's going to be an egg cup. I don't know. Plant pot or something, though. This is an egg holder. That is an egg holder. But I can think of a multitude of other things we could use that for. It looks like it's going to be a little basket. Oh, that is quite clearly a turtle pot. What to like about a turtle? We have got, oh, nice, birdie. Hummingbird type thing, is it? It looks like a hummingbird, doesn't it? Nice, good size as well. That would make a nice wall plaque, wouldn't it? And what else have we got? Don't actually know what that is. Is it a bunny or something? Or, oh, it's got a centre in it. Is it a little bud vase or something? I don't know. Mystery one. Ah, it must be a bud vase. There's the tube to go in it. Okay. Then we have got... Oh, we've got two of those. Nice. Oh, I remember seeing this on before I lost the thing. Yeah, this is a mushroom, but you can either use it as a tray. You can put the stalk under it and make it look like a mushroom, or you can have the stalk sticking up in the middle and use it as a pot, which is clever, isn't it? This one, I can't remember what. Oh, I see. Yes, I can. But I can't remember what they were for. But look, they look like little plaque type things. Home and spring, they say on them. Cute. Now, string, which I think is for... Would that be for hanging these up? I can't remember. Anyway. I wish I could find the instruction leaflet. They're so useful. Then we've got some sprinkles and things to go in them. These are nice. They're little polymer clay things or something. And some very nice sparkly star glitter. Right. I am not going to get a chance to make all of these, am I? So I'm going to pick one. Now, because I like taking cuttings off things, and I think that would be really useful, shall we do the little bud vase? Oh, I'm tempted by them all. These are just... I tell you what a bargain box of stuff. Amazing. I'm going to do that in the chicken. Just because I want to, and I can't remember what this is, and I want to see if this fits. Right. Thank you, Resin Mould Box, for providing all these to make this video with. And I'll put you the link for them in the video description below, of course, because we have got, indeed, links, discount codes, and the like. So, Resin Mould Box, here we go. So the resin I'm using today is Artline Crystal, and it's a 2-to-1. And all the usuals, bubble-free, crystal clear, all that sort of thing. It's a relatively new brand of resin that I've only recently started using. So let's see how we get on with this, because I've not tried the crystal one before. I've only tried the honey. It's a low viscosity one, which should mean it will, therefore, release bubbles really easily. And, yeah, save me getting my debubbler out. It tells you about it mixed together. Air bubbles disappear in half an hour. Leave for 24 hours. And so on. Straightforward. Got all your safety information. Right. Let's do this thing. They did provide a nice little measuring jug with it. It's not a silicone one, which is unfortunate, because I'll probably end up wrecking it, won't I? But hey. Right, I'm going to do these two little moulds one at a time, and they're not that big, so let's mix enough for both. So this is really runny. This I take it is the catalyst. Yep, part B. And I've mixed up 50, whatever these measurings are, millilitres, 50 millilitres there. And this is the resin, yeah, because it's a lot thicker, so we want 100 of that. Okay, so let's get that mixed up. They sent a little stirring stick with this as well. So let's stir. Interesting. This is a low viscosity, as they said, which means it's really, really easy to mix. And even at the speed I stir, which is way too fast, very few bubbles. But what's also interesting is the way it's running down off the sides of this little pot. I might be able to clean and save the pot. Anyway, let's do the chicken first. And I've got some of the Aurora powders from Into Resin. I thought they'd be quite nice. There we are. Let's try that. This feels like the viscosity of a deep pour resin. I like that. I think that's going to make it a lot easier. Right, so the Into Resin Epic Aurora powder, and it comes in a little shaker, look. This stuff's awesome. Oh, there's a lot. So we're going to get a very funky colour out of this. See that? And it just creates this mad colour flippy effect within the resin. So you need to mix it in thoroughly, because otherwise you're going to get dots and lumps. So let's give that a good stir up. It mixes really easily though, I have to say. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? The other one I'm going to use for the other whatever it is the original Aurora powder, which is like a blue. That didn't take that much powder, did it, to do that? But, is that going to be enough? Nearly. Needs to do just a little bit more. Yeah, the resin's running down off the sides of the pot. Can you see that? Is this a special resin? Is this a special pot? I don't know. Nice, that. I like this pot's got a shaker as well. Gorgeous colours in this. Oh, a little bit more again. There we are. Let's just see what that one comes out like, shall we? And now, let's put the lid on that before I spill it everywhere. You know what I'm like. You've met me before. And we're going to need a bit more resin. Bear with me. I'm just going to mix up a bit more. Right, now for the mystery mould. Now, I haven't got much of this one left. But this is the original blue Aurora powder. So let's see what this one looks like swirled in. The thing I love about these Aurora powders is that they swirl in and they do this shimmer thing rather than completely mix in and go kind of muddy or just pearlised. See what I mean? You get this mad shimmer. Need a new pot of that. Gorgeous. Now, while I'm mixing this up, of course, I'd like to say thank you to Artline for the resin, Into Resin for these amazing powders, and of course Resin Mould Box for the box. So thank you very much to the sponsors of this video. I've got some great discount codes down below in the video description as well, some fairly hefty ones, so knock yourselves out, folks. I always try and negotiate a discount code for you whenever I possibly can. So yeah, that's where you'll find it. You know that bit where you click more below a video? That's it. Right, now as I don't know what shape this is, I'm going to give this a squeeze. It's a very soft mould. It almost feels like one of those handmade ones. I'm sure it can't be for the price, because these really are the most crazy bargains, these moulds. But that's what it feels like. It feels like one of these soft, you know, like food grade resin or something. I think it's a bunny. I'm going to bet on it being a bunny. What do you all think it is? Bearing in mind it's the box is about a garden awakening, so. And I've got quite a bit left, so let's get out one of the other moulds and drop it in. Right, we'll see what that does. Now, these Aurora powders don't sink, by the way. Should we try these? I can't help thinking these are going to be something to do with an eco casting powder, though. I think they would be fantastic for that. But we can try them, can't we? I think we can colour these in with some metallic markers afterwards as well. Which we see. Yeah. Interesting how this pot is releasing the resin. It's a weird sort of plastic. Oh, sorry, I wasn't expecting that. This pot was from the Artline kit. Look, can you see how it's coming away? Now, if you look at how it behaves on the yoghurt pot, I'm going to have to ask them how they've done this. What sort of plastic is this wonderful magic stuff? I'm going to be able to wipe that out, aren't I? Good. That's a really nice pot. Yeah, because you look at how it's behaved on this yoghurt pot. I can wipe that out, or I can let it cure and I can use it again anyway. But it hasn't come away from it like that. I'm intrigued. I wasn't expecting that. Magic pot. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, I'll see you later for the demould. And we'll think about decorating these. We'll find out what the heck that is. And we'll decide on something to do with the chicken. See you later. Looks like it's time for a demould. And I forgot to press record. There you go. There's the chicken. Isn't he lovely? I might colour his eyes in, I think. Look at that colour flipping around. I must get some more of that intense Aurora. Is that the intense? Epic Aurora. That's the one. Must get some more of that. Isn't that lovely? See the sort of orange and green flash going through it. Isn't that nice? So I'm going to colour his eye in. I don't know whether to do that and his little crest. I don't know. Isn't it sweet? Right, let's get these out next. These might be still a little bit bendy. Yeah, they are. I'm still not quite sure what to do with these. They just look really nice. I think probably get a marker pen and colour in the writing. Yeah, it is quite bendy. Probably should still have gloves on, shouldn't I? I will wash my hands very thoroughly. I'm thinking this would be great done with an eco powder. Oh, I see. It'll get in its shape. Oh, they're little hangy up things. I see. Ah, there we are. That's better. That'll sort itself out. Give it a moment. I didn't realise I didn't notice it got little holes in the top. So we might do a bit of colouring in with some acrylics. Let's put that to one side where it can settle. the hazards of demoulding a bit too soon. It is a 24-hour on this, and I probably have jumped the gun a little bit on this suite. Yep, that one's a little bit out of shape as well. There we go. It's going to sort it. See, look, they sort themselves out. Just to let them settle. It'd be nice to pick out that wording where it says home and some of the details of the little birdie and stuff. I think those would be really nice in an eco casting powder. And hang them up. Job done. Right. Very cute moulds. Now, I have actually seen a picture of this on Michelle at Pouring Your Heart Out's channel, and it's a panda. So this may not be the ideal colour. Oh, it's a bear. Oh, I see. Oh, yes, it has got the mark around its eyes. But oops, so it could be a panda. Got it. I think she's painted hers as a panda. Oh, no, that's just too cute for words. And then there's leaves around the pot here. And does the bud fit in? Oh, it's tipping over. It's a bit tippy. I suppose once you put the bud vase in and you water in it and stuff, just to make sure you keep it full of water. Oh yeah, that fits. Oh, there we are. Now he stands up. Isn't that adorable? Okay, time to do a bit of painting. So I'm going to let those air a bit first and these get their shape back. And we'll get the paints out. Right, I've got some marker pens. This will probably be the easiest way to do the raised areas, won't it? They are still a little bit soft, so I'm not going to be able to lift these up to show you properly. Oh, we'll do for the glamour photos at the end. I'll leave them a bit longer. Ah, cute. I can use some acrylics on those bits. What does this one say? It looks like it says home. Oh, I've got a bit in the middle there. Oh, well, get that out. Are they cute? Can I get that out is the question. Why? Let's get a Y. Might have to redo that bit. Cute. Right, I'm going to put those to one side, but you can see where we're going with that. So we can paint the wings and all the flowers in. We might do that in a minute. But I do want to let that metallic dry properly first. And a little bear. Oops. It's funny how it tips over. That would have been better if that bottom was flat. Good all the same. All right, let's get some actual paints on the go for this one, I think. Because I want to do that bit green. I want to do the colours around his eyes. Strange he hasn't got markings anywhere else. You know, like where to put panda marks or whatever. Maybe he's not a panda, maybe he's just a little teddy bear. Should we just do little teddy bear colours? So, got my fancy acrylics again. This is raw umber. Might mix a different colour with it. Bring it down a little bit with a little bit of that, which is yellow ochre. There we go. It's quite a nice colour, isn't it, for a teddy bear type thing? Really could do with finding my finer paintbrushes. I really could. This sort of thing. They will show up eventually. Now what I am going to do is leave the pot part blank so that, you know, not paint it. Because I still want to be able to see this beautiful blue Aurora through it, don't I? Might take a couple of coats of paint this. Right, I'm going to do dark around his eyes, I think. Let's go straight over for now, but I think I'll do dark around his eyes. Right, I'll be back with you when I've painted this. In the meantime, I shall be speeding it up for you. Here we go. Aren't they adorable? Chicken came out great. I just went over his points there with one of those the like bronzy coloured marker pen. I think that's lovely. These little plaques, I think these really want doing in an eco casting powder, because although they painted fine, I think done with an eco casting powder and then hung up, they'd be lovely. And a little bear, I finished painting him. I shall be popping a cutting of something in here, I think. Thanks again to all the suppliers who sponsored this video. That, of course, is Resin Mould Box, Artline for the resin, and Into Resin for some of those shimmery colours there. And I'll see you for the next video, everyone. If you like this one, you're probably going to like the one that comes up somewhere up here next. So have fun clicking things. Bye.